Good morning. Today we have to study about the dental caries. We know that when we chew the food, grind the food, crush the food by our teeth, a part of the food material gets stuck on the enamel surface. In our saliva or in our buccal cavity, bacteria are found, and these bacteria secrete acids, and these acids fall on the surface of our enamel or dentine. And what the layer of the food which overlaps our teeth surface, that is called dental plaque, and this dental plaque have the food material, have the sugar, and this sugar is digested by secreting the acids from the bacteria. When these acids are secreted, these acids come in the contact with the enamel, and that enamel is demineralized or corroded, and this results into the formation of holes. If this digestive process and if this demineralization process persists for the longer period of time, so these holes become problematic, become painful, and become the area for the bleeding, which can be treated only by the doctor suggestion or medicinal suggestion. Now, the second topic today we have to study about the introduction of uh, respiration. Respiration is a biochemical process in which the complex organic matter is broken into simpler forms. The C6H12O6 plus 6O2 is broken into 6CO2 plus 6H2O, and large amount of energy is emitted. This energy is stored in the form of ATP in our cells. We have to know that we have to study today two activities, activity 6.4 and activity 6.5, for the evaluation of the emitted gases of the respiration. Respiration emits CO2. To evaluate this activity, to evaluate this the presence of CO2 in our exhaled gases, we will do the activity 6.4. In activity 6.4, we will take two test tubes, and these two test tubes are connected by tube-like structure, glass tubes, and one glass tube of test tube A have the lime water. Firstly, we will say that in the two test tubes A and B, lime water is taken. Lime water means calcium hydroxide, COS2, and we know that one test tube A is connected with the glass tube, and test tube B is also connected by glass tube. In test tube A, what the glass tube was connected through the one hole cork, we will connect piscary, and in piscary we know that mixture of gases is present. In mixture of gases, carbon dioxide is 0.03%, oxygen is 21%, and nitrogen is 78%. But when we talk about the test tube B, we know that we use the mouth, we use the buccal cavity, we blow the air by our mouth, and what the maximum volume of air which is blown by our mouth, that is the carbon dioxide, because that is the respiratory byproduct. When we are talking about a test tube A, when the mixture of air having a very less or negligible concentration of carbon dioxide reaches to the lime water very slowly turns milky. Means we can understand here the CO2 concentration is very less, because lime water conversion into the milky appearance is very gradual, very slow. But when we talk about the test tube B, when we blow air by our mouth, we know that when that is passing through the test tube, that reaching to the lime water, and here is the milky appearance is gradual, rather fast rather than test tube A. Because we know that the exhaled air has the maximum concentration of carbon dioxide. Although it is said that the maximum carbon dioxide reach to the lime water will make again the lime water colorless. But we know that in the initial stage, when the carbon dioxide is exhaled through the tube into the test tube, that conversion of milky appearance is fast. This shows that exhaled air has maximum amount of carbon dioxide. Now activity 6.5, we will have to take two test tubes, test tube A and test tube B. In test tube A, we have to take the sugar solution or fruit juice, and in test tube B, we have to take lime water. We will connect these two test tubes by the bent glass tubes, and by taking bent glass test tubes, we will take yeast granules into test tube A, and in test tube A, the respiratory process will be started by the yeast, and after the respiration, the carbon dioxide is emitted, and that carbon dioxide is emitted from the test tube A and go through the bent glass tube, which is fixed by the one hole cork in both test tubes A and B, and that will pass through the bent glass tube, and that will reach to the test tube B, in which the lime water has been placed. And in this way, what will happen? The lime water will convert, will have the conversion into milky appearance. That will also show that it has respired and released CO2. That's why COH2 plus CO2 has the calcium carbonate white precipitation, white appearance, milky appearance. The figure as given in your book, that has been drawn by me too. You know that activity 6.4, this is the glass test tube, and this is the tube. This tube and this piscary have the mixture of air. When you are pushing this pumping this piscary, the mixture of air having the negligible amount of the carbon dioxide reaching to the lime water, and here very slow conversion of milky appearance take place. But when we blow the air by mouth, we know that exhale here has the maximum volume of carbon dioxide, and when that reaches to the this lime water solution, there will be the fast conversion of milky appearance, because we know that blown air has the maximum concentration of carbon dioxide. When we are going to the activity 6.5, we are taking two test tubes, test tube A and test tube B. Test tube A has sugar solution and yeast, and this yeast is feeding over the sugar and releasing the carbon dioxide, and that carbon dioxide is coming through the bent glass tube and coming to the test tube B, in which we have kept lime water, and you know that this lime water will convert milky appearance. Now we can understand that this yeast of the test tube A has respired and has released the CO2, and that CO2 is coming to the test tube B, and lime water is getting reacted with the CO2 and has the milky appearance. These two activities are showing that respiratory process releases carbon dioxide gas. Thank you.